Hi, and welcome to this edition of Valley Voice. I'm your host, Dominic Liacani. Hope everyone is doing well. Today we're here to talk about the impact of mental health. With school now in full swing and fall officially here, stress can really impact students around our school. Yesterday, I had the opportunity to speak with Mr. Bill Casey, the department chair of the Physical Education Department and co-founder of Health Moves Minds and Serenity Week. He was able to share with me the importance of mental health awareness.
Neuqua Valley is holding a program that will focus on mental health awareness.
Serenity Week is something that myself and several other teachers, social workers came up with in developing something around Health Moves Minds. Now, Health Moves Minds is a pilot program run by Shape America, which is an organization, national organization of PE and health teachers. The purpose of Health Moves Minds was to incorporate social-emotional learning objectives into the schools from kindergarten through 12th grade. So as several social workers and teachers, we developed Serenity Week to look at each of one of the important components or skills that we wanted students to really focus on and practice, which was kindness, mindfulness, empowerment, gratitude, and advocacy.
Entering its second year of the program, the staff hopes Health Moves Minds' impact will continue to be helpful to the students.
Well, I think the benefit of the program is the reason that we went into it in the first place. We've seen over the last years, decade, how the social-emotional health of students in high school is coming to a point where we're seeing more and more negative things happen, whether it be depression, anxiety, the environment, whether it be in or out of school, social media, electronics in general, many different factors can be contributing to this. So the benefit of the program is to really help the students here at Neuqua Valley with their social-emotional health. And we feel that just simply practicing the skills that we're offering just a little bit can really help them.
With each new day of Serenity Week brings a new theme and motive.
So again, if we look at all the terms for Serenity Week, and we try to look at them in the sense of being skills and not just something to define, then I think we can understand that if we practice these skills, then we're going to be better people, we're going to be more resilient people, we're making a better environment altogether for ourselves and the people around us. The Shape America curriculum was revolved around kindness, mindfulness, and empowerment. What we decided, as far as a committee of several people, social workers and teachers, is we said for the high school level, we thought one of the most important things we could bring in is advocacy. Trying to teach students to self-advocate, saying if I feel a certain way, if I need help, I need to ask for help, or advocate for each other. In other words, if I see a friend or loved one acting a certain way, I need to talk to them or find the help that they need in whatever it might be. Then we kind of rounded everything else out with gratitude. Our Serenity Week runs 5 days. We needed a fifth thing, and gratitude just fits so perfectly. If we can practice the skill of saying thank you over and over again, then we might encourage people to do those positive things in their lives.
Health Moves Minds wants to educate Neuqua students on how they can get help if they need it.
Well, the most important piece is exactly what we're trying to target with Health Moves Minds in the high school, and that's advocacy. If you're feeling a certain way, if you're feeling sad, you can't sleep, your mind is constantly racing, you feel disconnected, like you're in a dream, these are symptoms that say, I need to talk to somebody. I shouldn't be keeping it inside myself. I should talk to someone, whether it be a friend, whether it be a family member, a teacher, anyone. Just the fact that you start conversation will begin to help you. And same with being a good friend or family member or teacher. If we notice that something's not right with someone that we know, where they're a little off, maybe they're really irritable, then we should be talking to them, not avoiding them.
Both Serenity Week and Health Moves Minds aims to continue benefiting and improving the mental and social health of students here at Neuqua Valley, as these have proven to be challenges teenagers face. Be sure to look out for Serenity Week, which begins on Monday, October 21st and concludes on Friday, October 25th.
Welcome back here to Valley Voice. Dominic Leacani here with you today. And here with me is Ms. Shamira Edwards, a junior here at Neuqua Valley High School, and she is here today to talk about her experience with mental health. Shamira, thank you for being here. How are you doing today?
I'm good. Lost my voice, but I'm good.
So let's get right into it. So can you tell us about your experience with mental health, and then what was that struggle like?
I've struggled with mental health for a long time now. Probably majority of my growing up, like 7th grade to now. I've struggled a lot with depression, anxiety as well. I've had a few times where it was really rough, where I've attempted suicide, and it was a long journey coming, but I'm definitely on a path towards success, and it's definitely doable to get better. It takes a while.
And speaking of that, how were you able to build the strength to overcome your mental health?
I think it took a lot of help from other people. I don't normally like using help from other people. I think I can take on the entire world by myself, which maybe I can, but you definitely need other people to help you. And there's a lot of resources around in this area especially. We're really fortunate to have the resources we do. So I use the resources that are presented to me.
And then why do you think that incorporating Health Moves Minds and even Serenity Week is going to be beneficial for students here at Neuqua Valley?
I think it gets the ball rolling on the conversation. I was just thinking that maybe 2010, when bullying really became an issue, it took a while for people to really take it serious, and I think now we take it really serious, and it's not as big of a problem as it used to be, or not as bad as a problem. And I think the same goes with mental health. I think that this is a great way to get things started, to get the conversation going, realize that it's not such a scary thing to talk about if you talk about it. The sooner you deal with it, the better, the easier that it'll be. The longer you take to speak up and say something, then the harder it's going to be to tackle that problem.
So why do you think mental health is such a big issue surrounding teenagers today, especially at Neuqua Valley High School?
Stress. I mean, all the homework load, the after-school activities, jobs, you have family. I think it's really hard to balance all of that, and I think it takes help from other people to help you balance that.
So what advice do you have for students today who are struggling with depression and stress, and even staff members who are struggling with it? Like, what advice do you have for them if they're going through it right now, if they need help right away?
If you need help right away, go talk to your social workers. We have amazing social workers here. All of them are so kind, and so they will help you as much as they can. But I'd also suggest using some coping skills. I like to take a walk. It sounds weird, but in the middle of class, when I have a stressful day of class, I'm like, can I go use the bathroom? And I literally go to the bathroom, walk to the farthest bathroom, and take deep breaths and be like, okay, plan out in my head what I got to do for the rest of the day and get things done.
So how do you think Serenity Week, especially all the different themes like empowerment, advocacy, how do you think that that's really going to improve the mental health status of a lot of our students here at Neuqua? And then what do you plan to do for this week?
I think each day has purpose, and for today's mindfulness. And I think mindfulness is really important because you have to be aware of what's going on within your mind in order to tackle whatever stressor you have. So I think every day has a purpose. Advocacy, reaching out for help, empowerment, just knowing that you're strong enough. So every day has a purpose to help establish what all the steps you need to take, kind of. Yeah.
Now, when we're looking towards the future, you said you had a lot of skills when you were going through that depression, that mental state. What do you still find yourself doing today? Do you ever find yourself looking at inspirational things or doing anything inspirational to help keep the positive mentality up?
Yes, I change quotes often on my lock screen. Right now, I have the same one that I've had for a few months now. It says, "I think you should keep going just to see what happens." I've had one before that says, "Go to sleep with a dream and wake up with a purpose." I try to have a certain goal for each week. I have a quote for the week. this week's quote was, I cannot remember it now, but I had one. So I try to do that so that I have some sort of goal. Without a goal, you're not going to go anywhere, but you have to have steps in place in order to achieve that goal.
Well, yeah, thank you so much to my guest Shamira here for being with us today and discussing this tough topic. I know it can be a little painful sometimes, but I also want to give a special thanks to Mr. Bill Casey, who was able to do an interview for talking more about what Health Moves Minds and Serenity Week is. That's going to do it from us here at Valley Voice. I've been Dominic Liacani, again with Shamira Edwards. A big thank you to Mr. Bill Casey. Thank you for watching Valley Voice.